Hey, it's BT with the BT Portimao Part 2 GP review. Let's get right to it. I'm going to get to Moto 3 the last because I don't want to talk about that bullshit at length. The rest of the GP, Moto 2, let's start with Moto 2. Moto 2, listen, Remy Gardner deserves the championship. He's done a great job. He's been consistent. He hasn't not set a foot wrong, except for in Austin when he set a foot wrong and he slipped on a banana peel. It happens, okay? But let's be honest, man. But for some reason, you look at Raul Fernandez like you look when Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady were second string. You go, There's something about the second string guy. It's like if Beyonce was on stage, but all of a sudden you see Rihanna, or in my case, Serena Williams, you go, there's something about that second string person. There's something about the other person. You go, I know it's supposed to be the headliner, but it's like, It's kind of like when Led Zeppelin opened up for Kiss or whatever, you go, There's just something about Raul Fernandez. He nursed those soft tires like a baby who didn't have his mama around. He was like, it's okay, little baby. It's okay. And that's what he did. I mean, he was falling back, but he still picked up time and forced Remy to, he made Remy remain honest. Great job. There's something about Raul. He's 23 points down. It looks like it's all over, but hey, same can be said for 2006 when Rossi and Nicky Hayden went to Valencia. You know, you saw what happened there. Anyway, let's get right to it. Rider of the race in Moto 2 goes to Celestino Vietti. Started 14th, ended 6th. Heartbreak goes to Bezzecchi. Bezzecchi and Raul went on the soft tires. It didn't work out for either one of them, but it especially didn't work out for Bezzecchi. He dropped like the Titanic after he hit the iceberg. Just bloop, 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 bloop. And Rose couldn't save him, and Jack couldn't save him. He just floated to the bottom of the sea. Damn. Anyway, let's get to MotoGP. I thought the GP was just okay, but let me tell you something. I'm glad the championship is over for Fabio, and he deserved it. But right now, Pecco reminds me, he's as smooth as Lorenzo back in his day, around 2009, 2012, when he couldn't be touched, and he was on that Yamaha, just silky smooth, and that's what Pecco right now. He's silky smooth, man. He denied Miller his watch. His Tissot watch for pole, and he's going to probably break Valentino's record for poles. I mean, the guy is just on it. He's great. You gotta love his sentiment. He's just a laid back dude. So it makes sense he's a little too laid back, but still, Pecco is just he's perfection and just smooth. He's like linoleum he's like butter on linoleum floor with snow mixed in. You just kind of slip, and that's what he is, man. Great job by him. Rider of the race goes to Taka Nakagami. Started 22nd, ended up 11th. Damn. Matter of fact, the whole LCR team. Heartbreak goes to Alex Marquez. He could have got a podium. He was battling out. Then the red flag happens. He got 4th. Great job by Alex Marquez. Great job by Taka Nakagami. I'm going to give those guys, like I said, I'll give those guys credit. I thought the GP was just okay. I think Portimao is great. It's a beautiful track. But I don't know, the racing is It's like, you know, and so let's get to Moto 3. This is what I want to talk about anyway. Moto 3, you know, this race was shaped up to be, as far as championship goes, I'm going to put this race, even for what happened, I'm going to put it second because I think the best championship race, the decided championship, winner take all, or just championship race, I got to give it to when it was winner take all between Miguel Oliveira, Alex Rins, and Maverick Vinales for Moto 3, and it came down to Valencia, last race of the season, and Maverick Vinales did one of the greatest moves ever to win that championship in Moto 3. This race was shaping up to be that, and let me tell you something, man. I gotta give Pedro Acosta credit. When everybody thought he was choking and he wasn't choking, he was still getting the points. And look like and I swear it was reminiscent of Hannibal Lecter, right? It seemed like the team wasn't making the right calls, because he's what, 18? He wasn't making the calls. The team was making the calls. It's like they were making the wrong calls. It looked like he was choking, but he wasn't really. And it was like he was like a Hannibal Lecter. They had the mask on him, and then it was like they undid the mask and they undid that little chain and go, do what you do, Pedro. And he goes, I'm gonna eat the championship up with some fava beans. And that's what he did. When he did a cheeky move, when I warm up, when he looked at Fagio and he just goes like that, I was like, this, for 18 years old, going for a championship, I was like, this dude right here, that's beyond cocky. He has a sentiment that's close to Marc Marquez as far as just head just focused. I never seen an 18-year-old this focused, but I was focused in 18, but I was focused on the wrong thing, if you know what I mean. This guy, you got to give him credit. And then his father figure, Fagio, I feel so bad for him. And I'm go on a limb and say, I think he would have got Pedro on the slipstream down the front straight toward the end. I think he had that power. The Honda had the power, and Faggio was racing it was a great race. I thought the moves were hard but fair. And Darren Bender, honestly, I love Bender. He races hard, and he's in a bad position because it's like he's got to go for the win. I mean, this ain't Facebook. He ain't trying to make friends. He's trying to get some points. He's trying to win, trying to finish on a good note. At the same time, these guys are going for a championship. What do you do? And even Jamie Home Alone, Masia, when he passed Pedro, remember? And Pedro was like, hey, man, what you doing? I'm going for the championship. What you doing? Oh, now you want to race. Oh, now you want to get a podium. Okay. Where were you at the rest of the season, bro? And I felt that when Bender came into our, and Dennis Achu has to be like, oh, so I'm the problem, huh? I get suspended 2 races, huh? But I didn't stop nobody's championship. Well, I kind of did because Pedro was in that race. But anyway, damn, really? And even Jeremy Alcoba was like, man, I don't know if I would have done that move, bro. I don't know if I would have done that move. Somewhere, the guy from social media was like, I mean, I don't race, and I'm gonna say it right now, I'm an armchair racer sitting on my ass. You ever see me at a track day? I'm slower than molasses going uphill on Christmas Eve if you're an 8-year-old boy waiting for a bicycle. I am. But I just was like, no. And I remember saying this, watching the race, going, please, Darren Bender, please don't do what Darren Bender do. Please, Bender, don't be you right now. Please don't. And I really thought he was gonna take out Pedro. And I think Pedro was like, you know what? I better get this lead because I got Bender behind me. I don't know where he is, but I don't want to be here when Bender gets here. I mean, that's what it's like. It's like, don't be here when your father gets home. And he's like, I don't want to be here when Bender gets to the front. And he made that move before they went to that turn. And that actually turned out to be the move. Because remember, when Pedro made the move, made that pass, and when he had the inside, and Faggio lifted a little bit, and that was all that. And Bender just like a wrecking ball. I came in like a wrecking ball. And even though father figure Faggio was like, say a prayer for me. And it didn't work. And I feel so bad for Faggio. He was going for a championship. Right now, Marc Marquez got to be like, whew, hey, Italy, are we cool? Can I come back in? Are we cool now? Am I going to be booed on the podium anymore? Because I think you see who should be booed. It should be... Anyway, I feel bad for Faggio. You had a great season, bro. I understand the hard feelings. And props to Darren Bender for going in and apologizing, even though maybe his team did it. I mean, props to him for going in there. I mean, you're going into, it was a snake pit, and they were all ready for you, bro, and they were hungry. But you went in like a man. You did like a man did. You get in there, or a person with good morals. I don't want to get canceled. But you did what you had to do. You're a stand-up person. You went in and tried to say you're sorry, and Faggio didn't feel it, man. No, and those Italians, boy, I tell you, I wouldn't be surprised if you found Bender floating down the Italian river, just like, what happened to Bender? You know what happened to Bender. What happened to Bender had to happen to Bender. Now you got the one Bender on the starting grid. Only one is in Motogp. And you know why. I feel bad, but hey, that's racing. It really is. Pedro Acosta is a straight up G. That dude reminds me of Marquez, man. His sentiment, his mentality. It's going to be great to watch. And now he's making that step to Moto 2. Let's see how it goes. We're getting all the accolades in Moto 3. Let's see what happens in Moto 2 with him. And by the way, how great was it to see Casey Stoner? Everybody was like, Casey. You know what it was like? It was like having that substitute teacher come in when your favorite teacher gets pregnant and she has to take that leave of absence, and you get another teacher and you don't really like that teacher. And and another teacher comes in, you're like, and your teacher comes back, like with the baby, and you go, Miss Smith is here. Hey, Miss Smith. And you're just like, That's what it was like when Casey came back, because nobody rode like Casey. Nobody. And hearing Simon Crafar just guffaw over Casey, I was like, I would have done the same thing, Simon. It was a great interview. Casey, it was great to hear him back, see him back. What could have been. Like I said, if ands and buts were Christmas presents, we'd all have a great Christmas. Great to see Casey back. Congratulations to Pedro. I feel bad for Faggio. Darren Bender, keep your head up, bro. You're going to GP, keep your head up. But man, hey, if I were you, I wouldn't go to Italy for at least another 5 years, bro. Another 5 years. Or if you do, get a mustache and some glasses and maybe an afro. And they're like, that is the weirdest looking black guy I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, Thanks for listening. I appreciate you guys. And hey, one more, and we'll say goodbye to Rossi next week. And I'm already tearing up thinking about it. Anyway, BT with the Portimao Part 2 GP review. I hope you liked it. If not, hey, you can criticize me. I don't care. Until then, bye.